Hey, what is going on, people? We're back with another weekly watch list this week. I'm going to get right into it here. Again, watching SPY and IWM. So, kicking things off with SPY. As we know, the market right now has just been a fucking bloodbath. You're seeing some of the highest volume, especially on the daily, since May of this year. So, just massive selling going on. So, as you can see on the weekly, we're making lower highs and lower lows, right? So we are obviously in a clear downtrend. Got a couple fibs here. First fib is going to be this swing low here to this swing high. We'll see how these play out. The 50 fib at 403 and the 61 fib at 390. So, we'll see if we make it all the way down there. I'm also higher risk watching this swing low to this swing high here. More so like because it's recent. It'll be something we could watch as soon as tomorrow. This 50 fib here at 419.89, so just around this 420, because it also lines up with that psychological number 420. Like it's 419.67, it's 420. Is that going to hold? We'll see, right? It's a 50 fib here on the weekly. It's been a major area of support previously. Cracked it once at this 418, but if we lose 420, we could be obviously going down most likely to 416 or so. So that takes me into my bounces for the week on SPY, 418, 416, and 410. So let's head over here to the daily. So over on the daily, like I said, 418, we've touched that once already. So we're going to be seeing if we come back down to this level again, and then down here at 416. And then again, like I said, that 61% fib on that swing low to that swing high on the weekly down at 410, which would be around here. So we had support here as well. So we're going to be watching that for sure. Let's see. But it's all going to be contingent on 420. Is 420 going to break? Are we going to get past this low of day? Are we going to break this 418? And are we going to move lower? That's going to be the true test here, right? So again, I have my levels marked. 418, be looking for a bounce, and then if not, we're down here at 416. If I was a betting person, I honestly, with the strength we've had, look at this volume, absolutely insane. I think 418 doesn't stand a chance. I think we'll be seeing 416 or lower, but who am I? We'll see. As far as resistances go, I'd say 425, previous support many times, turned resistance, worked again Friday as well. I'd say potentially up to 428 if we get there, which I don't think is going to be likely. We could be looking at 428 potentially as a previous support turn resistance. And also, like I mentioned, our 425 here. Simply this white line is simply just a high of day from Friday. I always mark the high of days and low of days and mark those zones to see resistance turn support and support turn resistance. But nonetheless, we'll be watching that carefully. Even as low here as this 420, it's 421 potentially. This is going to be something that's more higher risk. So we'll see. Anyways, let's see. And I got that on the 1 hour. So let me head over to the 1 hour just to go over that real quick. But over on the 1 hour, see multiple touches here. This 421. It's been a level I've had on my chart for a minute now. It's had many touches as support. Now that we're finally broken underneath, could we come up and retest as resistance? We'll see. It's something I'll have on watch. Again, all levels need to be backed by price action and volume to confirm, okay? So that's going to be the analysis of SPY. We'll quickly head over to IWM. IWM, I had to go really far back to try to find some levels here if we keep breaking down. But again, super high volume, right? On the daily, highest volume it's been since May. Selling-wise, it's just been astronomical, insane. But these are the ugliest candles, man. It's just a bloodbath out here. It looks terrible. And again, lower highs and lower lows, okay? So I have this fib marked here on the max time frame using weeklies. 61 fib at 152.26. Definitely in play if we get all the way down there, but this is going to be the first one first. This gap here on the weekly, multiple touches here. This is going to be a big area of support, 163.78. So that's going to be a big watch for me, okay? And then also 160, and I have that on the weekly as well, right about here at the close of this candle here. We could potentially see support here. It's also a psychological number as well. So 160, we'll see what happens there. If we break 160, 152 is going to be the next thing I'm watching for sure. As far as resistances, same thing on the max time frame. Had a 50 fib at 169.81, which is also support turn resistance. So let's see, that's going to be up around in this area here. So let me go over to the lower time frames here. Let's head over to the daily real quick. But over on the daily, again, found it on the max time frame. That's a swing low to swing high. That 50 fib as a potential support turn resistance because it's a 50 fib. It's a 50 fib that was a bounce and potentially be resistance now. So if I go over here to the max time frame, let's just go down here, max available. Let's go to the weekly just so I can show you that fib. Let's go over here and we have our Fibonacci. If we have this here, this swing low to this swing high, all right, our 50 fib is going to be right at 169.58. So since we're broke under that, that's just my reasoning behind it. Potentially could be a support where we've seen support. If you watch the line here, there's multiple touches here. If we see it turn from support to resistance, so I'll be having that on watch as number one. And then back over to the daily. Let's go head over there. And on the daily, 170, psychological number, multiple touches, support turn resistance. So I'll be keeping that on watch. It's 170.56 area. And then I have 171.77. Again, another level I've had for the last week or so on IWM. So it's just going to be another flip, right? I've had this level, multiple touches. Is it going to be support and resistance? Okay. And then lastly, 168.73 on the 1 hour. I believe that's here. Again, it was previously support from a previous time frame, daily or weekly. As you can see, we have multiple wicks up into this area here. We have this previous support, turn resistance. So this could be another reject as well. Or, Friday's high of day up in this area here. So we could retest that area. So it's going to be the weekly watch list. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you do enjoy the content, gain anything from it, please consider subscribing, dropping a comment. If you are a more experienced trader than I am, which maybe most of you are, please drop a comment of any sort of knowledge you'd like to share. I'd be very appreciative of that. So thank you guys very much for watching. Have a wonderful Sunday. I hope that everyone watching this week has a very successful week in all facets of life, business, career, relationships, and of course, in the markets. So have a great day, family, and I will talk to you next week.